Okay. Ooh, got problems, got problems. What the hell? Gotta fix it. Hopefully that fixes it. All right. Oh, jeez. That was about to get stupid. Ah. Anyway, the extruder on the Ender 3, which you can see here, is busted. So I was printing out some parts for a 3D sets dune buggy, and I started seeing some missing lines of filament, and then it just got worse really quickly. And so it wasn't a clog in the extruder or anything. It was definitely part of the extruder because you could see it just slipping on the filament. So I went ahead and I ordered the Ender 3 direct drive, or a direct drive kit for from Creality, and gonna put that in. So opening up the box here, we'll go through what was included, and then we'll get over there and put it on. Looks like this ought to be good. This is the wiring diagram. All right, so wiring diagram. Down here at the bottom, it says, note, 12 volt positive, just cable connection mark. It doesn't mean the voltage is 12 volts. Thanks. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Looks like we got a screwdriver, a Allen wrench, double-sided wrench, some cord, two Allen drivers. So that's good. And we have the unit itself. So I went with this one as opposed to some of the other ones because it just, I don't know, it was $30, for this whole thing. And it has a whole new motor and everything on it. Something that I can tell already is different is here. You can see that little brass little insert. I know that one does not have that because it was wearing through the end here. I'll show you that when I get to it. Yeah, otherwise, it's a stock hot end. Looks like there's going to be a few different parts than what's on my original, Ender 3, but it should be pretty simple. We should just have to move this over. So let's get started. Get this underway. I'm going to switch this camera off just so it's on that other one because it's not needed to be over there. Let's see here. Oh. Let's try this one. Nope. All right, now we got to switch that. There we go. And that should be a pretty decent view of what we're going to be working on over there. It's kind of a mess over there. You can see on the filing cabinet, there's some of the orange parts for the 3D sets, Sandy. It's the dune buggy. And on top of, or like right behind there, you can see a fan box, a brown box that's got stuff in it for the scoreboard. So hopefully we can get that moving and get that done. Watching some foosball while doing this too. The Commanders. Well, I'm not calling them Commanders. The Washington football team has just gone up by 1 point with 9:47 left in the fourth. So there's plenty of time for them to screw it up and lose. All right. Hopefully the mic will pick me up back here and get started. We got to strip everything down. This is a 3D printed thing. This is like one of the first things I printed out for the my ender. Little tool caddy. Works really good. It's pretty dirty at this point because it's been sitting on here for quite a while, but it works. The other things I printed out, the first thing I printed out is, see if you might be able to see that from there. Oh, we better, first thing we should do is unplug it. The first thing I printed out ever for 3D printing was the little fan guard here. That was pretty cool. It's not that great of a print. There's a lot of overhangs and stuff like that, but it still functions. And then I printed a back to this LCD screen over here, and that it just protects you from reaching around the back of it and grabbing it. And it was off and running. So, all right. It doesn't look like it's very difficult to do any of this, so we'll just tear into it and see what we have to get done. First thing I'm going to do while I've already unplugged it is now I'm going to unplug the Z stepper driver. I'm sorry, the extruder. Not the Z stepper, the Z's down here at the bottom. Because this is all going to come out. So let me spin that around so you can see it. Oh, hey Jerry. Hey Dave. I see you guys over there. I'm just playing with my ender. So we got to pop this guy off here. And that's not going to work that big. Yeah. I need to fix it because I don't have one of those cool machines yet, Jerry. $30 fix is better than buying a several $100 fix. And even if I did get one of those, I'd still want to fix this one. So might as well make it a little bit better while we're at it. Let's see here. There's those two. I don't know if I need any of these screws, but we're going to keep them anyway. I don't think so. I think it's a whole unit. And it's already all put together, so I don't think we need any of this stuff. But we're going to keep it. All right, so we use the small one there. That doesn't fit. There we go. Take off this handle. This whole thing shouldn't be too difficult to do. um, anything. I mean, it's already put together, so it shouldn't be a whole lot. Let's swap this out. Oh, there's Troy. Hey, Troy. Get rid of those. This one should let the motor go. There it is. Oh yeah, the gear is pretty worn, but it wasn't that one that was the problem. It was this one that was on the machine or on this leather. Oh, look at that. That's what. Maybe you can see that. That's where the filament had worn through the handle. I mean, it's almost all the way through. It goes way deep back in here. So that's pretty crazy. But we don't need that anymore. So we're gonna put these screws and stuff there. Set them aside so we don't lose them. Now being joined by my dog. Oops, she just quit. All right. So now, next thing to do is to go ahead and get the old extruder and stuff off of there. So, start working on that. This was an upgraded fan shroud and stuff that I downloaded at one point in time for the machine. I think it's the Bullseye. Yeah. Yeah. I guess it did better. I don't know. I'm just going to take it all apart now. I thought it was better that it blew on both sides of the extruder instead of just the one like the stock one does. I can't say I ever saw a difference in quality of print one way or the other. All right, so get rid of that. We got to take this fan out. This fan is dirty. It's got all kinds of dust floating in there. Oh, they're chasing the Cardinals quarterback out of bounds. Let's see here. Putting this all off. I don't know why, I just haven't had time. There's the screw. All right. That's not right. this all worked well, but I'm glad to be going back to using some sort of stock component. All right, so that is there. So there's our hot end, everything. Not looking bad. So just go ahead and take that off too while I'm at it. Just to leave the carriage on the front here. Dropping stuff. All right, so that goes out of the way. And now we have to pop this guy off. So I think we're just going to loosen up one of these screws. I just move them back there so we can grab a wrench. Grab the one out of the thing they sent. So let's see here. There it is. Loosen that up a little bit, and it should pop right off. Loosen this one up a little bit too. All right. So now we just gotta take the little tab of the belt. That one. That is free. One thing I should probably do is release the tension on this belt. This is one of the, like I said, this is one of the original Ender 3s where it doesn't even have the screw at the end. It's all done right here for the belt tensioner. Let's see here. Interesting. All right, so one thing I'm noticing here is that the one screw for the V wheel is right behind all this, the extruder and everything right there. So it either needs to come on from the end or to, take it all apart. So I think we're gonna just pull that through there a little bit. I'm just gonna take that tensioner off, and we should be able just to slide it on the end. Maybe. Oh no, it's not gonna want to do that. It's not gonna want to do that because it's gonna hit the hit this mount on the side. Let's see here. Aha, okay. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna unscrew the X from that bracket for a second, so we can slip that on. There. That's cool. You don't have to take it off of the take the power supply or anything off. It just you've got it slotted where you don't need to. And now that should pull away. Yep. Should pull away just enough to get this thing on here. There we go. Don't know what that noise was. What was that? Oh, it's pulling. Gotcha. It was pulling the belt. There we go. All right, so that's on, and now we'll just put these two screws back in. It's hard to do when you can't look at it directly. This is the right one. Also helps to tighten it and not loosen it when you're trying to put it in. Well, we got a few people out there. I just figured I'd come on here and do this because then it forces me to actually fix it. I need to get back to printing some stuff that I was working on and figured I'd come on here and play around while I was doing so. Now those are on back in there. I'm just going to snug them up. There we go. Okay, so now just got to wrap it back around and we're going to put the belt back into the slots underneath the extruder. I got to turn it around so I can see it. There it is. There's the one. There's the two. And now we get to put the tensioner back on. So we'll slip that in there. Oh, Washington got a field goal. Huh. Well, I need them to Washington it up and lose because I did pick against them. Because Washington does Washington things. All right, you. Go on here. There it goes. Oh, shoot. Got it flipped somewhere. There it goes. All right. There we go. All right, now we'll just put some tension on it. Tighten this guy back down. There we go. We're back in there. Seems to be moving okay. All right. So now the fun part begins, which is the wiring portion of this. So we're going to take off the bed. There we go. Now this little guy has been sitting on this desk for I don't know how long. I have no idea where it came from. I'm assuming it's somewhere off this machine because it's sitting underneath the machine, but I have no idea. But we're going to keep it there. Maybe one day I'll find out what it was for. So. All right, let's see here. We got to take this little guy off here. That's not right. That's not the right one. It's not that one either. Got to do this one. All right, so yeah, so next thing to do is we've got to put all this, unplug the other one and plug this one in. Shouldn't be too difficult to do. 3 hours later, I'll still be fighting with it. That's okay. So those two are out of there. Get the third one out of here. I can do benching in like 15 minutes. Jerry, this machine has never done a benchy. So I couldn't tell you how long it would take it to do a benchy because it's never done one. And I don't see myself doing one anytime soon. So I wish I could get one of those fast machines. We'll see what happens there in the future. But as of right now, that's not going to happen. All right, so this is here. All right, so it's that one. some of this out here. I'm going to unplug the fan just to make it easier to maneuver around. Alright. So, this is the wiring for the old extruder and everything. And so that's all going to be going away for this one. But we're going to look at it down here. Yeah, it's just like the picture was showing, it's got the two back here that might be or might not be 12 volt. And then it's got the front two. So let's open this guy up. Let's see what we compare it to what we have. All right. So yeah, so there's the interest. Oh no, okay. I was gonna say it only had one red wire, but it's looking like it probably doesn't matter which one goes where. On the front, just the red and black is at the back there. And we have one set of wires going to the front plug in the very front of the board, which are white, so that's going to be that one. And the other set, let's see here, which on this one are yellow and blue, but here they are red and black. Interesting. And that goes here into this other section here. So, all right, where's the screwdriver? Flathead screwdriver. There we go. Nothing to it but to do it and rip everything out. Oh, I can't see the chat now because of microphone over there. All right, so they're all just bare ends. They don't have any ferrules on them. Are they even tin? Yeah, they're tin. This front end guy doesn't come out. Oh, they got all kinds of, they got hot glue down in there. Let's try to screw it off. Don't want to break the board too. All right. Should unplug that. And then we have this one here to do. Oh shit. It just pulled the plug off of the board for the thermistor. There it is. Can you see that? That little guy right there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I had glue on it too. Shoot. All right. All right, let's pull this out of here. And we'll make sure I didn't totally booger that all up. Oh no, the pins look okay. Yep. All right. Good. Okay. It clipped back on there. That was almost a womp womp. Also, I've got this little guy here. You can see the ribbon cable. It's the red ribbon from the board. This was originally to the buzzer that was in here, and when I had a BL Touch on there, you were splicing into that cord, that one for the power for the BL Touch. But since I took the BL Touch out, I just left a wire on it that wasn't exposed to anything. So, all right. So now we can get this and get that out of there. That part's done. And now we have to route this little fella inside. There goes my screwdriver. I do wish there was a nicer solution that they did for the controller itself. Like if they had it, mounted out here or something, I think that would be better. But this is what, a 6-year-old machine now? 4 or 5-year-old printer. She's been pretty loyal though. There's the problem with having big fat fingers. Can't get in there and grab stuff. Right, there's one. Just come on out there. All right, let's tip it on its side. Maybe I have better access to it that way. Or we just take the bottom off. Taking the bottom off seems to be the fastest solution here. Two off the front. Well, I guess the Washington game is over. They're now looking at the Jaguars and the Colts. The Colts are getting beat by 10 points right now. I don't know why, but the Jaguars are always the Colts' kryptonite. Oh, they're like on the 1 yard line though, so might be a closer game. There we go. All right, now we can get in here. Now it's easy to pull this stuff through. We'll just pull that. That's all through, so we can put this one back in. That was almost bad. All right. That one's back in. Put these two set those right back on the front here. You know, probably the nicest thing about doing a live when I'm working on this type of stuff is that I just don't cuss at it and throw it in the corner. So I'm like, it's out there. Although maybe that's what I should do. Then more people can watch. All right. That is back on there. Yes, we got these. Okay, so remember at the beginning where it was saying about the 12 point or the 12 volts that it's labeled as 12 volts but might not necessarily be 12 volts. Well, this wire says it's 24 volts. So, very good, very good. These things are 10. But, yeah, I'll just leave it. I was thinking about putting the ferrule connectors on there, but I don't think I need to. All right. Slip those two back in. Tighten them down. And it did not go in there. So loosen them back up. All right. Let's try this again. Get the old fat fingers in there. All right. Nope. Shoot. Why am I not getting in there? Oh, all right, let's try this again. Come on. All right, they're deep in there this time. Yeah, I remember what I said about just throwing this thing against the wall. It's getting real close. Stay tuned. Let's see if we can just pull the board out. Maybe that'll be easier. See what I'm missing there. And there's another one. It's just a little board. Why do you need 10,000 screws to hold it down? There's more. Jeez, there's another one over here. How many of these screws do you think gets put back in? Probably not all four of the ones that I've taken out so far. This is not it. All right, good. All right, now I can see it. Okay. I see what the problem was. I was putting it was trying to land on the bottom part of the connector, but the clamp on it is drawn to the top. So getting it in there the other way probably wouldn't have worked anyway. Make sure it's in there good this time. Little tug, we're secured. Nice. Okay, now these two, it didn't seem like on the other one that they're two identical red wires, so I'm going to assume that they are just whatever in these first two slots. Hey, puppy dog. What's going on, good girl? Oh, wait, you can't do that while I'm trying to screw this down. All right, there's that one. There's that one, and they're in there tight. Okay, so now I believe I can probably just put this thing back in there, but I think I'll just go ahead and plug these in while I'm at it. There's that one. And here's the front one. All right. Now that can get set aside. And this little guy will get plugged back in. And we'll shove this board back down in here. And see where it wants to go. All right, there's one screw. It's all. Wait a second, I gotta loosen that up. It was in there, but it was all, everything's crooked. It's probably because these other screws are still on the board. Don't fall out. Don't fall out there. You. It won't go back in. Let's back one first. Hopefully we'll have a little more luck. Nope. Let's try this other screw that's easy to see. Oh, you bastard. Trying to fish it into the hole. Oh, no. All right. I got it to the side anyway. Try it again. I wonder if it would be easier if I don't have it on the swivel ball end. Oh. Well, it's in the hole, but it's upside down. Oh, got it. Okay. All right, so that one went right in. All right. Holy cow. If you thought that I was going to actually put all four of those back in there, God bless you, because I was not looking forward to doing that, and it worked out pretty well. All right. So everything's hooked back up inside there. So we'll just cram that little guy in there. Push this in here. And we just need to put the lid back on. Where's the lid? There it is. Oh, yeah, and plug the fan back in, which goes right there. Make sure it's pointing the right direction. There we go. Not back the corner like it's supposed to. What's this? Oh, it's a broken piece. All right. Put our little fan cover on here. And that should wrap up putting the extruder on, the physical stuff anyway. In the slicer software, I'm going to have to change the retraction. Retraction is going to have to change from, I think it's usually set at 5 millimeters for these, and you got to change it down to like 1 or 2. Is what people usually put them in as. It feels really weird having extra screws. But it's all the screws from the old hot end, so, or extruder. So that's okay. I think the only other thing really I'm going to do before I really start firing it up is I'm going to zip tie this to the old extruder mount just to help keep it up out of the way. But we should be good. That's back on. That is no longer used, right? Oh no, they have an extension. Oh, where'd that bag go? There. Almost forgot to plug in the motor. All right. Oh, so that's cool. So let me swing this thing around again. So here's the wire for the old motor. It comes with a new plug, and just plug it in. That way or this way? Oh, this way. There's only one way that you can put that wire in, so that's good. And plug this guy back in up here. And that's it. So I'll end up zip tying these together on that, and that should be fine. Let's see here. Let's plug her in and see if it explodes. All right. All right, let's compare move axis. All right, let's we'll move the Z first. There we go. All right, that's moving properly. Let's go to the Y. And all right, so that moved right. And now we'll try the X. There we go. There you go. So all that stuff is proper. And now we just got to check and see if it'll push out some filament. So let's go to prepare. We'll go to change filament. All right, so it's heating up the hot end now. supposedly. Oh, I think the other thing I'll end up doing is moving my filament thing back over on top in the middle again. Because it used to be up here, but with the old extruder, I put it on the side because I thought that was a better path for it. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. It's preheating the nozzle now. While it's doing that, I'm going to check and see what's going on. Let's see here. Oh, there's Dennis Huddleston. Nice to see you, sir. Yeah, the old extruder here. Dennis is asking if it was broken or just upgrading. It was kind of broken, so I'm upgrading. The old extruder stripped the gear. It wouldn't hold on to the filament anymore. So got some new parts for it. Yeah, Dave is here for the benchy. We're not doing a benchy. No benchies here. I don't want to do a benchy. If I get a new machine, maybe I'll do one as a comparison. I hear it making noise over there. Trash cans to the left. Ooh, the Falcons won 24-10 over the Carolina Panthers. Ooh, I think I picked the Falcons for that. I can't remember. No. Anyway, I think it's all right. Insert filament. Let's see if I think all right. Oh, yeah, it's grabbing it. It's pushing down. It's definitely moving. Nope, we need to purge some more. We don't have anything in there. Oh, there we go. We did it. Whew. Nice. All right, well, she's back up and working. So that's good to see. Next thing to do really is to get a print going. I'm going to move that back up top, but that's no big deal. And that should be it. Come over and chat for a few minutes. All right. So we got a couple still in here. So who's oh, can you see it? Dennis, it's really slow. I don't have my computer up here that I do the slicing with. I left that downstairs. So I mean, I can hit one of the things that's already on there. I can try to make it run a little bit, but it's the retraction is going to be wrong, so it might mess up. But now we'll do it anyway. Why not? We will make it work just for Dennis. All right, let's see here. Print from SD card. What'll be really nice about a new machine someday is that it will respond faster to these. Ooh, that's one thing I don't know how. Well, I guess we'll find out. Or battery width. Like you gotta barely click it, and you gotta wait a few seconds for it to go to the right one. Because if you don't, you're probably gonna end up on a different setup, or a different file than what you wanted. Uh, it's gonna bury itself. I know it. We're gonna have catastrophic failure. I mean, there's no way that they have it at the same height as the old one, right? It's like, oh god. Oh, I can't move that until it's out of there. It's nicely made. I mean, it's really cool that they just give you a whole new motor for it and everything. For $30, not bad. We'll take it. Oh, this is gonna. I'm probably gonna break this bed. Come on. All right. We're almost there. Need the bed to get up 9 more degrees Celsius. And then it should start running. All right. We're going to go to the baby steps just in case. Well, I know it's going to need something. We'll see here. Come on. Oh, here we go. Oh, it might be all right. There's some other way to. Ooh, we're not sticking at all. We're not sticking at all yet. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna have to futz around with the offset because it's not right. So we're just gonna cancel it. All right. Well, that's it for now. It is alive. Let's see here. Oh, Dennis is asking here. Have you had other brand of printers? Would you recommend Creality for a new first-time printer purchase? I have not had other printers. I've been around other printers, but haven't had one except for this one. Really, Creality is the. It's like the Ender 3 line is kind of the standard for beginners. It works out pretty well. It's very budget friendly, and you can do modifications to it, and it's not overly expensive. I think you can, if you go on Creality's website right now, you can get, I think this same one for $140 new. Or they have like 5 or 6 different versions of it at this point. They're on the Creality is releasing the Ender 3 V3 on the 14th, which will be their latest and greatest one. But any of them are good. They're all good for a first time user, and the newer ones that you get. That's the longest way to tell a person no. If you want to get into 3D printing and just to play around and check it out and see if you like it, yes, it's a great printer. There are newer printers out there for not a whole lot of money that are really good if you don't want to tinker. Like messing with the leveling of a bed and doing all this other stuff. Now $4.99 on a Bamboo, and we're talking. Well, I think that's what they're going to do with the A1, Jerry. I think we'll find out on the 20th what this A1 is, but I think it's a bed slinger like the Ender 3, and I think it's going to be about $400. I think that's where they're going to have it marked at, but and it'll work, I think, with their the AMS units and stuff like that. Is my guess. If it's right or not, who knows? We'll find out in a week. But yeah, Dennis, you can't go wrong with an Ender 3. You can, Jerry's gonna razz you for getting an Ender 3, but the majority of the printers that are out there that people have had or get copied is the Ender 3. So for an inexpensive dip into the pool of 3D printing, it's a great printer to dip your feet into. I'd like to get a bigger, better one at this point for myself, but we'll see. We'll see. It's all time and it's all money, and I think I need a laser more than I need another printer right now. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's good. It's fun. I think this direct drive upgrade will be very helpful for me anyway. Hopefully it'll. I don't really think it's going to make it print any better, but the filament path and stuff like that. So. Here's Jerry. Jerry's saying, I'm not saying don't do it. It's just suggesting that the Bamboo is how 3D printing is supposed to be. Yeah, but you got to remember too, Jerry, there's Volkswagen owners that like old cars, and they like to tinker, and they would rather drive on with something that they can get started with a screwdriver and a 3 seconds on the ground, and then to have a car that you can't open a hood to. So, it's all in what you want to do. But shoot, if I had the money right now to go buy a new printer, it would most likely be the Bamboo P1P. with an AMS unit. I mean, if I could just go grab one, that's what I probably would do. But I have Ender 3 money, so I drive the Ender 3. I've been talking about, I do. I have 2 businesses. I have a solar business that I've been running for 10 years, installing solar panels and fixing them for people, stuff like that. And then the last couple of years, I've taken over a Christmas lighting business. And the Christmas lighting business is kicking off right now. Breaking down on the side of the road. Yeah. Yes, but you get more stories with the Volkswagen. Very true. But anyway, so I've set myself some sales goals for this year, and depending on what level of sales goal I hit, will depend on, maybe I buy a new printer as a good job, Brian, present for the end of the year. So it'll either be a printer or that money will be going towards a laser. So, but I like the Creality products. A lot of people don't like them. A lot of people hate on them, and other people live by them. This has been fine for me. This is only the second thing I've ever had to go wrong with it. So it's worked well. So the 3 printers, depending on what level of sales I do for myself this year, what I've been thinking was, if I the K1, the Creality K1, which is a Core XY machine, you can get it for about $500 right now, maybe $530, something like that. You can also get the and then if I do more, the second level, if I hit the second level of sales for this year, I was going to do the K1 Max, which is a 300 by 300 print area, which I really like. I like the size of that to be able to print pretty much anything I want. And then if I exceed my overall goal for the year, then I was going to do a P1P with a AMS unit. So it'd be pretty cool either way. So we'll see. It'll be fun. But honestly, I need to get a new laser. I need to get a proper laser because I've been designing some of these door hangers and stuff to put on Etsy, and my K40 is not nearly big enough to cut the things that I need to cut. So I probably should just put the money into that instead. But we'll see. If I really do well this year, maybe we just throw everything out the window and go get it all. But probably not. But it is what it is. But yeah, Jerry, I want the 80 watt as well, but where I'm gonna end up putting it won't fit. So I'm reducing my looking down to a 60 watt, either the OhmTech or the Monport. I mean, it's the same machine, just different paint job. So we'll see. There's a closet. I'm moving out of my office up here, and I'm going to put it down to the down into the basement. And there's a closet down there that I have a 4-foot wide door on, and the inside of it, it might be 4.5 feet on the inside. So the 80 watt just won't fit. And so I think, but a 60 watt will slip right on in there. So I was talking to Paul Hammerquist about his 60 watt OhmTech. And John Thompson was also mentioning his 60 watt, cutting the things that I want to cut. So, and then I could always upgrade it to the 80 watt later if I wanted to with a different tube. So I think that's the way I will go. The 60 watt is also a whole lot cheaper. Um, they had 1,000 a month payments for the first half of the year. Yeah, well, if I got the 60 watt, it's only $2,500, so it's not bad for the size. The 80 watt went up to like $4,500. So to get up that extra 20 watts of power was quite a jump in price right now. So I don't know. We'll see. Um, no big deal. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just glad that I actually took the time to get this little printer back up and running again. And I'm excited to continue printing because I want to get my little car, my RC car, up and going. So trying to get my son to finish his up. He's he gets sidetracked on playing Roblox and everything else and doesn't want to put it together. And so I want to print my own out so I can just put it together whenever I want and not have to wait for his little butt. So yeah, John, the 80 watt, if you upgrade the 60 to the 80, you have like the unicorn horn sticking out the side of it. Which would be, I mean, at that point, I wouldn't care. That doesn't matter. The big thing that matters to me, I mean, if it's going to cut the 1/4 inch material, that's what I want it to cut for these door hangers and stuff like that. The size of the bed is the most important thing to me right now, which is I need to go with the 20 by 28. I would love to have it bigger because I like working big on my projects, but it's not going to happen at the moment. So if I could get the 20 by 28, I'll be happy as a lark. So definitely be happy. Good times. Well, fellas, I think I'm going to wrap up, and unless anybody else got anything. Yeah, John has the 20 by 28 or the 2028. Yep. Yeah, so that's the one that I'm looking at. And John, it was like $2,500, right? Can you, if I remember from when I was looking the other day, I think it was like $2,500. So they've changed it a little bit. The design or the box that they're in. Now you see it coming out. The exhaust comes out the side. Yeah. So he says, yeah. It comes out the side instead of the back. For where I'm putting it in, it doesn't really matter because I'd be cutting out a hole through the back of the closet anyway into the storage area. Dave, yeah, I think it is the red one. It's the same one that Paul has, Paul Hammerquist. So I think OhmTech makes it in red and they make it in blue too. I guess I don't know. Oh, John's out the side. Okay, so you have the updated version of it then, I guess. So, but and then the Monport version is just gray and black. So, if we've been working on those folks, but nothing's happening there. So, but yeah, it'll work out. Trying to get some more. Now that I've got that done and I can get this thing up and running again, I'll be able to get back to working on some of these other files and all that. And my kind of switch over to talk a little bit about the show right now. My goal is to be able to have a few different people with giveaway stuff. And if they can, I'm trying to get like a 3D printer filament sponsor. And then if I can provide the, some files that people can laser cut or whatever, then with them and Cody, then we kind of gotten all the bases of the stuff that we talk about covered for giveaway stuff, and it just would rotate around. That's kind of my goal. But we'll see how it goes. I, I've got emails and stuff out to a few people and see who can participate. I think the red and black one is always vented on the side instead of the back. Yeah, that might be true, Dave. I don't know. I saw one on the website. I was looking at it, and they had like the old version where it does come out the back still. So I don't, but it was still the 60 watt, or maybe it was the 80. I don't remember. Whatever the case is, it's coming out the back of the side, and I cut a hole through the wall. No big deal. No. Manual focus. Let's see here. What does this say? 1 year. Oop. Manual focus 2028 is $31.99. Huh. Maybe the sale I saw on it or something like that's done. I don't know. Well, it's not like it's happening tomorrow anyway, but I'd like it to. No big deal. Dennis is asking, what about the X-Tool P2? I think I think it's a 55 watt laser. That looks nice. I think it's a nice looking machine. And they have that thing that you can hook onto it that you can, it's like a rail system. So you could, it'll mark stuff for 10, 12 feet or something like that. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty cool. I think I'm guessing it's out of the price range of what I'd be looking at. But it is a nice looking machine though. I know you can know a guy that has a discount for it. It's not a 5-finger discount though. There you go. What's this one? The Monport 60 2028 is $26.99. Okay. So whatever. We'll see. I mean, that's the goal anyway. There's a lot to happen around here. So the first thing I got to do is get down there and get the room painted. I got to finish getting all the crap that's in there out first, and then paint the room, and then we can start worrying about that, because then I can get all this stuff down there, and we'll go from there and see what happens. It'll be fun. It will be fun. A firm credit is how I do my big tools. I know a big payment kind of sucks for your family guy. Yeah, it does. Well, and I like being married to my wife. She doesn't understand the whole tool thing and 3D printing stuff. She doesn't understand the whole YouTube thing. She doesn't. It's not her bag, and so I try to keep all that stuff outside. So away from family money. So I know where my bread's buttered, and I like my bread buttered. Although right now she's away, and usually when she's away, I drag something home that really makes her mad. So it'd be a good time to go find something on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. Yeah. The people see my shop and say, how? My wife and kids are all plugged in. Yep. So it's all good. Oh, man. That pool yesterday messed me up. It took all day to get the pool closed down. It was so stupid. Oh, yeah. Yeah, John, I guess it's supposed to be some kind of write-off. I mean, really, I could use it as a write-off for any of my businesses, because it's a, making new products because there's stuff that I want to. I could get more 3D printers and have it be a write off for my Christmas light company because I'm trying to design some new clips and stuff like that and rapid prototyping, blah 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 blah. It's just I just don't like to take the money out of the coffers like that. I gotta hit my goals. If I hit my goals, then I can justify it. But just to pull the trigger and go, I can't do it. So yeah, yeah, you live like an unsupervised teenager with a good paying job. Hell yeah. PS5, say what? Yeah. I've been writing off tools for almost 12 years now and still can't just spend that coin. Yeah. Yeah. It's tough to pull the trigger. I mean, I could use a new truck really bad for especially for the Christmas lighting business, pulling around the big trailers and all that I do. The F-150 really shouldn't be the truck that I do that with. But so, I mean, there's things you can spend money on everywhere. But at least this stuff is generally pretty cheap. So it's not too horrible. Minor stuff. Also, there's that that XT connector from that I was talking about. I let it cool down and everything. Still can't get it apart. That sucker's welded together. I keep it here because I keep saying that I need to put that live that I did on changing out the wiring into a video, but I don't have any memory on any of my devices at the moment, so I have to suck it up and get that done so that I can throw that thing out. Let's see here. What John said, I told the wife I needed it and she said buy it, so I did. Hey, that's a good woman right there. She supports your projects. Good job. Well, it's hard for me to pull that. Well, my wife, if I told her that I absolutely needed something and I went and bought it, I would do it. And I do, like, tools that I need for work stuff. This stuff is all still kind of play. So I don't know. I kind of look at it differently. Although, I mean, being able to run the test patterns and stuff like that for the Etsy store would be really nice. For the larger stuff that I've been designing. But in the meantime, I don't have it. So yeah, Dennis, that's kind of the way that I look at that stuff too. That's a good way to spend it. That I need like 3,000 more people to go buy my Etsy files before I can buy a new tool. So somebody did purchase my my dog one, We the Dog People door hanger the other day. So that was kind of cool that somebody's actually now purchased it. I was kind of worried it wasn't even showing up anywhere. So somebody found it and liked it and purchased that file. So that was kind of cool. I'll be I haven't heard anything negative back from that person yet, so I'm guessing it's all right. Let's see here. You're on the right track, family first. Yeah, it's very true. Very true. You know what I should really do before I buy any other tools is I should get a new computer for streaming because this thing is a pile of junk. But it's all good. All right. Yeah, Etsy stores are the files. I keep telling Dave Gatton to put his design files up on Etsy. I think he'd do good with it, but he doesn't listen to this Wolfman. Yeah, you like that too? I mean, I'm going full Wolfman out right now. Recently, we should let's boom. Oh, we can actually probably get rid of this guy, but I'll just leave it up there for now. But yeah, we're full Wolfman in it right now. I need to go get a haircut, get it tamed back to normal. But might have to do that this week. With the wife out of town, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I tried to get done while she's away so that she's happy with me when she returns, and or surprised or something like that. And the one thing I need to do, actually, I needed to get the printer back up and running because I need. Jerry, remember a couple of weeks ago you were talking about those the pyramids for the painting pyramids. I need some of those so that I can finish a door for the laundry room downstairs. And I have all the pieces cut and all that, but I haven't stained them and stuff because I need those printing pyramids. And I need the printer back up and running to make that happen. So guess what I'll be printing tonight? get a couple of those little guys going. So and try to get that project done and wrapped up, and then off to finish up some of the other ones. We still have stuff to do on the building. There's some I need to do the trim around one of the doors on the outside. Still need to do that, and I had a bunch of birds move into the bird's net, whatever they are. What do they call it? The bird box or whatever it is on the corner of the roofs, and so I realized that I left this little triangles like this big at each corner that I hadn't filled in, and it had birds in every corner, and they all had nested in there and stuff like that. They're all gone now, yeah. So I need to get down there and block those off and all that good stuff. But then the outside of the building will be done. Inside the building still has a lot to go, but outside of the building will be done at that point. So, what's this here? There you go. Printer pyramids. I need to make a few more. Please ramp you back up for the Black Friday show. Yeah. Heck yeah, we need to. There's not a whole lot of time until the Gatton CNC Christmas Challenge. We need to get that going. So, you're on the right track. I meant the new mini computer. Yeah, new mini computer would be good. I was actually looking at Amazon the other day about computers. You can get a desktop for $79. It's like some refurbished one. I guess it probably came out of like a school or a business or something like that. But they have them for like $79 to $115. And I was like, holy crap, that's pretty stupid. You always think about it being $400 or $500, but they're probably not the newest, latest, and greatest, of course. But seeing them on there for that inexpensive was pretty cool. Fun times. So I'm looking at this paper. Those are the two wires. That's the plug that popped off of the board that I had to put it back on. In this picture, they're yellow and blue, but they sent red and black. So, whatever. Whatever. Yeah, 12 volt is a cable connection mark. It doesn't mean the voltage is 12 volts. Yeah, it should say 24 volts because that's what those were. So I don't even understand why they put that on there. Anyway, that made no sense whatsoever. That's the one I bought. It's great, full warranty with Windows 10. Okay, good deal. I don't know if you tried to put a link in there into the chat, but if you put a link in there, it won't. Nobody will see it. It just goes into the void. But if you want to email it to me, you can email it over to me. Where's that at? I can find it here. Oh, there it is. If I click on it here, there you go. rballarddesigns@hotmail.com. Dennis, if you wanted to email that link over to me, I'll go check it out. So, sweet. All right, fellas. Well, I guess I'm gonna jump off of here, and it's 5:14. I got to make some dinner for some people that are in this house still, and we'll get back on it this weekend. The show last night was fun. I really enjoyed that one. Next weekend is going to be interesting because we have the guys from Pixel CNC coming on. I think his name's Charlie, and he's going to be talking about that. So I was trying to mess around with that a little bit earlier today, but I didn't get into it enough. But we'll try that out. But, all right, guys. Well, have a good rest of the day. Maybe watch a little bit of foosball, and be good to everybody. All right, peace, people. Peace out, sauerkraut.